Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. So I realized that I was a little bit low on Kushinada videos, so I'm going to upload a couple here. And then this one is this was my farming team after I finished my max luck of Izanami. So yeah, this is like the latter half of my farming. So yeah, I'm using a 2 Izanami. Probably doesn't need any introduction, but she's got both no gravity barrier and no warp. So she perfectly addresses the gimmicks for the mission, and she has a bounce, and she has a strong bump combo and a strong strike shot, but they both take a little bit of kind of finesse and then positioning to use well, but we'll have a look at that later. And then the first Hatcher monster that I'm using is a Rose Monstriker Ascension. She is a Pierce with no warp, and yeah, that combination of a Pierce and no warp, that's my favorite for this mission. Just because it's easy to get other bump combos out. And then also, as the mission progresses, no warp becomes more and more important, and no gravity barrier becomes less and less important. So yeah, I like that freedom of movement during the last couple stages. With the Pierce and no warp, so that's why I chose Rose Monstriker. And then she also has a strong strike shot, which also takes a bit of timing and positioning, but we'll see if we can make that work. And then finally I'm using Smopol Ascension, and he is also Pierce no warp, and then he's got a very strong bump combo, the homing bump combo, and then a strike shot, the meteor strike shot, which can help me clear a field of enemies. So yeah, this was the team that I liked best. This is the one that fit my style the best, so yeah, this was my main farming team towards the end of farming Kushinada. Okay, so yeah, we'll just proceed through these zombie loop stages, and then really what we'll try to do is get out Smopol's bump combo as much as possible. And if we can, Izanami's as well. But Smopol's is number 1 for sure. And yeah, he is very, very strong. And then I've seen videos where people take 4 of Smopol through the quest, and it's a walk in the park. Super fast too. But I want to use Max Lux, so that's why Izanami is in there. Alright, and then this zombie loop, this might take the most time, just because there are more gravity barriers. But depending on how many bump combos I can get out, it can go pretty quickly. Okay, very good. So there go the zombies. And yeah, the Kushinada mission, it's kind of widely regarded as the easiest of the impossible missions, and I think I agree with that. But there are some tricky spots. This is one of them. This is the giant Spritzer mini stage, and a lot of people have more trouble here than they do with the actual boss stages. The thing about here is that the big Spritzer in the middle has a lot of hit points. And then it also has very high damage attacks, one of which is a poison cloud. And so we want to, you know, raise our hearts to gold as much as possible, because if we get the gold heart, that'll heal poison on everybody, in addition to healing like 75% of our hit points. So yeah, we'll leave our hearts alone as much as possible, and then do damage to the monsters as much as possible. And then the little Spritzers, they are my least favorite enemies on this mission, because they have the meteor that can stun you. And I've lost many, many times because of being stunned and not being able to act. So yeah, they are often my top priority for enemies to be taken down. Alright. So there, one of my Izanamis was poisoned, but in order to prevent that very, very big poison damage, we grabbed the gold heart, so we healed that poison, and then did good damage to the boss, since both of our Izanamis were lined up for their rebound laser. Okay, so we'll try to take down the other Spritzer. No, not quite. But yeah, we're looking pretty good on this stage. I don't think we're going to take down the big Spritzer this turn, so we can afford to wait on the heart. And then I think the next turn is when the poison comes out, but just in case I do take down the boss this turn, we will grab the heart, and there it goes. Okay, great. Okay, so mini-boss stage. This one's not too difficult because the hit points are pretty low on the mini-boss. But yeah, it is a preview of the boss stages, so there will be the cross laser every other turn, and then reviving every other turn, every 3 turns, one of those. Alright, there's the cross laser, and that's kind of Kushinada's only attack that she does personally. So yeah, if we can keep our positioning good, then we can stay out of that and then prevent a lot of damage to ourselves. And then the Moais, they shoot out warps, and then the Gaias, they shoot out their lasers and then their spread shots. So the Gaias, they're kind of the one of the bigger sources of damage. Okay, so first boss stage. Here again, we'll just concentrate on getting bump combos out. And then if I can, I would really like to take out that Spritzer in the lower right. The Gaias, they do a lot of damage, but for whatever reason, it's not that big a deal to leave them out. It's more important to take down the Spritzers. And yeah, Izanami, the 1P Izanami there is in the worst position. Kushinada is going to revive the guys, and so sandwich in Izanami into there. So we'll use our other characters to sort of nudge Izanami out of the way, while also doing damage to the boss. And then hopefully not grabbing that heart on the right there. Okay, pretty good. Alright, so there is the reviving of the Gaias, and then Izanami, the 1P Izanami is kind of sandwiched in there. So we'll use our Rose Monstriker to sort of push her out of the way. And that turned out well, because we were able to get out our bump combos as well. And then probably the 1P Izanami is okay with the positioning, but just in case, we'll nudge her one more time. Alright, very good. Yeah, there is a little bit of lag here. I guess my Wi-Fi connection wasn't so hot. Alrighty, more bump combos. And then with our last turn on this mission, we will grab that heart. Our last turn on this stage, we'll grab the heart, and then think about positioning for the next mission. Next stage, I mean. Yeah, it's still a little bit early in the morning. The way that the time zones work here, this Kushinada stage started at 8 in the morning, so I had to get up a little bit early. Okay, so second boss stage, and this one I find the least difficult of the 3 boss stages. But what we want to do is take down all of the little guys around, including the big Spritzer, because except for the one in the lower left-hand corner, they do not revive. So we can get rid of them once, and then work on the boss. Positioning is not great to take down the big Spritzer, But with our bump combos, I think we'll make something happen. Alright, we'll try to curve around here. Alright, not exactly what I intended, but we did get rid of all the little guys, so that's good. Alrighty. And then a lot of people, they, on the one hand, they consider this kind of the easiest impossible mission, which I more or less agree with. But a lot of people also say that it's the kind of the slowest playing mission, or one of the slowest. And that I don't quite agree with. I could still beat Kushinada like around 10 minutes or so. I don't think I've ever beaten it under 10 minutes. That might not be true. But yeah, I would say 10 minutes is that's average for an Impossible Quest length. So I didn't have a problem with the length, actually. Marishten, I feel like, takes a little bit more time than Kushinada. Well, the thing about Kushinada is that if you don't have the right characters, then it can take a long time. But here I have two Izunamis and a Smopel, so I feel like it takes a pretty, you know, decent, short amount of time. One thing I regret was never pulling Gilgamesh. Still don't have Gilgamesh. But he would have been right up my alley. He's another pure Snow Warp. And then he's got the Demi-Human Slayer, so he'll do lots of damage to the boss. Alrighty, so last boss stage. And then here I like to take out the Spritzers first, and then do direct damage to the boss. And thankfully I have 3 Meteor Strike Shots, so I can use that to help me get rid of the Spritzers. But I also have to think about the positioning of the people that I'm using the Meteor for. I would have liked to use Smopel's Meteor Strike Shot there, but I didn't think the position was good to get all 3, so we'll wait for another day. And then in the meantime we will use Izanami's Strike Shot. Okay, we almost got everybody, but that'll do for now. Okay, we'll get out more bump combos. Alright, we managed to hit Smopel too, so that's pretty big. And then for Rose Monstriker's Strike Shot, she kind of needs to be positioned on one of the corners of Kushinada, so that she can, you know, go up and down or left and right through the weak points. The best I've ever gotten from her is like 4.5 million damage from her Strike Shot. And that was with a sword, and that was with one critical hit. She does have a critical. And that was through the weak point every time. So that's really great damage. But I don't think we're going to be able to achieve that here. We'll see how much we get here. So yeah, we will just kind of think about taking down the Spritzers when they appear, and then we'll try to work on our positioning so we stay out of the cross laser. And then, yeah, doing lots of damage to the boss. Those are kind of the 3 main points. Alright, so let's take down some more Spritzers with another Meteor Strike Shot. Okay, that is fine. Alrighty. So here, positioning is not perfect for Rose Monstriker, but we'll go ahead and use it. Also because Izanami's laser is there. So yeah, 1.6, that's pretty good. Okay, and then finally we will use Smopel's Strike Shot to take down the Spritzers and then do some damage to the boss. Alrighty, pretty good. Alright, and you probably know this, but the number count on the top right of Kushinada, that's the turn that we need to beat the boss by, because that is a white blast that will take us out. So we'll keep half an eye on that as we go through this. But I think we're gonna make it. Ooh. Pretty good damage, but we don't need to worry about it. We'll just go for the kill. Alrighty. So that was Kushinada with my sort of ideal farming team. I will upload another video where I show my kind of earlier farming team before I finished my Izanami Max Luck. But yeah, hopefully that was helpful. And yeah, give Rose Monstriker a try. Not a lot of people think about her for Kushinada, but she is really good. Alright, thanks for watching. Take care.